Hello, Generals, and welcome back into another Friday edition of the 5-Star News. I'm Kenneth Stafford, and we are really pumped about our show today, and we hope you enjoyed this one as well. And today, we'll start you off with some school announcements. And no one does that better for us than this guy, Cole Denton.
Hello, Generals. Happy Friday, and welcome back to Heritage Happenings. Let's get to it. HHS is in the early stages of planning a Washington, D.C. field trip for 2023. Ben will have more on that later in the show. Congratulations to the students who passed the first round of all-state chorus auditions. It was a challenging audition, and their teachers are very proud of their efforts. Great job, Generals. The HHS Schuler Award-winning musical theater department proudly presents Matilda, coming up next week with multiple performances from December 14th through the 18th. We are buckling down and are almost ready to show you this amazing performance. And now onto our weather forecast. Today should be cloudy and rainy with a high of 63 and a 60% chance of rain. Saturday should have some thunderstorms with a high of 65 and a 90% chance of rain. Sunday should be sunny with a high of 51 and a 0% chance of rain. Georgia weather, ain't nothing like it. And now on to our next segment.
Thanks, Cole. Matilda sounds like it's going to be a good one. On to the news now, and if you'd like to travel, then pay close attention to this story. With Miss Cloyd are in the beginning stages of setting up a trip to our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. They held an interest meeting yesterday in the cafeteria. When will the trip be available? Who can go? How much will it cost? And what will students get to do on the trip? Well, here's 5-Star News reporter Ben Naneski with those answers and a lot more in this report.
We are super excited to offer students at Heritage a trip to Washington, D.C. It'll be in the spring of 2023, so not this spring, but next spring, which allows families to kind of make payments towards the trip so that more students can go. We're going to spend 5 days up there, and our focus will be the Washington Mall. We're going to go up and look at Congress. We're going to get to look at the White House. We can't get in just due to the restrictions. We're going to go to Arlington Cemetery and watch the changing of the guard and all kinds of really cool things with Washington, D.C. We're going to spend extra time at the Holocaust Museum, and then we'll have a parent meeting next Wednesday to kind of finalize the details.
Good stuff right there. Too bad I'm a senior. More news to report from our outstanding Future Farmers of America students this week. Miss Handy students are preparing for their state competition at ABAC down in Tifton, Georgia this weekend. What are our students competing in? Here's 5-Star News reporters Noah Crittenton and Corbin Seabolt.
So this Friday, Morgan Haney will be traveling to ABAC, which is in Tifton, Georgia. It's Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College, and she'll actually be competing in the State Floral Design event. So we have 12 competitors total across the state that are going to come in, and they're going to be doing designs like this. This is something she was practicing on actually on Tuesday. Okay, so she'll actually have to make 2 different designs, do some floral ID. She'll take a test over floral design, and she'll have to do a one-on-one selling practicum as well. I'm excited to see how she does. She makes some really awesome designs, and she's going to represent Heritage High School really well.
The competition is tomorrow morning in ABAC in Tifton. I will go there, make 2 designs, and then we have an ID test and a general knowledge test. And then after that, I will get to price the arrangements and attempt to sell it to one of the judges. I hope to get at least in the top 6, but it's okay if I don't.
Time for me to step aside for a few minutes and turn this thing over to our dynamic sports duo of Ryan Heat and Hayden Johnson. They'll tell us all about a clean sweep for our boys and girls basketball teams over at Ridgeland on Tuesday night. And we'll have yet another edition of the Sports Trivia. Take it away, Ryan Hayden.
Thanks, Cannon. And you mentioned it, 2 big wins for our basketball teams Tuesday night. Sure were, Hayden, as the girls steamrolled Ridgeland for their first region win.
That's right, Ryan, and the boys had a hot start in the first half, cooled off a little in the third, but got it back together to pull off their first region win of this season.
Yeah, and Hayden and Tate have the recap for the girls, and me and Carson have the recap for the guys.
So on Tuesday, we went out to Ridgeland for our first region game. The guys showed a lot of improvement, especially early on. Our defense was really good. We kind of locked them down, only gave up 2 points the first quarter. And we were able to get some stops and push the ball, and the offense was working too, really moved the ball well. Second half, Ridgeland kind of got hot, and they started pressing us. We turned the ball over a little bit, so still some things for us to work on and improve on. But I was really proud of the guys' effort and toughness down the stretch especially. We got some big rebounds and some big stops, and were able to win the game.
All right, yesterday we went down to Ridgeland to play our first region matchup of the year. And right off the bat, we just got hot. Gallman hit, I think, 2 threes and a dunk maybe right off the bat. Had a big lead. We were probably up 20, 22 points. And then at halftime, we were up 18. And then they just came out playing hard, got a bunch of turnovers. And I think they cut the game all the way back down to 2. But we stayed with it, continued to battle, didn't give up, and then came out with the win, I think, by 8 points. And our first home game will be Friday against Cedartown, and it'll be a big one, rematch of the region championship. So everybody come out for that one.
Yeah, so we traveled to Ridgeland last night, take on the Panthers, and came away with a victory, 56-8, I think. I think the biggest issue going into the game, as we always talk about, is playing to our standards. So each game, our approach is typical, and it's kind of the same. So we don't always focus on the other team. We're usually focused on what we need to do defensively and offensively, and that doesn't change from game to game no matter who we're playing. So, Ridgeland struggles from time to time, so we knew our biggest challenge last night was to be sharp and also not fall into some bad habits and kind of played to the opponent's level, but to play to our standards. So I thought the girls did a really, really good job of that in the first half.
Yesterday we played Ridgeland at Ridgeland, and the first half of the game we came out and played amazing defense. We were really working hard on it. We came out with offense. We did really good at offense. We had a lot of runouts and just layups that we had. The second half of the game we came out a little bit more slow on offense. We didn't score as many, but we still ended up scoring. So the end of the game was just awesome. We had our post players doing really good inside and just moving around. And so the end of the game, it was 50-8, and we ended up winning.
Second half, we kind of looked at some things, our zone defense, and kind of practiced some zone offensive sets and things like that. I thought we were much more sharp and crisp in the first half than we were in the second. So, again, piecing together 4 quarters of play, it's an issue for us, but hopefully we're going to get better at that. I think playing some of our players that don't get a lot of minutes was crucial for us last night to build some depth as we move forward. And I thought the girls that got an opportunity to play last night did a really good job. I had the girls that hadn't scored yet this year on the varsity level score some points and give them some confidence moving forward. So that's always important. And again, I thought, coming away with a region win is always great. And we build on that. We move on to the next one on Friday against Cedartown. It should be a good one.
Congrats, guys and gals, and good luck tonight as Cedartown comes to the Taj with girls tip-off starting at 6 and guys at 7:30.
Right, Hayden. And now on to baseball. As they won't lace up the cleats for a while, we had some big news for one of our baseball players.
That's right, Ryan. And it was our very own 5-star news reporter, Cannon Stafford, who signed that dotted line.
Yeah, and the cameras are there and everything. On to Coach Green with the recap.
This day's been a long-time dream of Cannon's, and he's made along the way, he's made many sacrifices to make this a reality for him.
It felt really relieving. Every baseball player, most of the time, you really want to play at the next level. So, all these years of work, it actually happened, and I was able to do it.
We're tickled for Cannon getting this opportunity to get to play at the next level, and it's for Cannon, man. It's been a really kind of a difficult and different journey for him because he's really overcome a lot of obstacles to get to this opportunity. And his freshman year, 2 weeks into the season, he has to have reconstruction surgery on a foot. So he really didn't play his freshman year. His sophomore year, everybody knows what happened in 20. We didn't play but a dozen games, and that season's over. And so last year was his full season with us, and he really excelled, caught the attention of a lot of folks, and did well, played well for us. really pleased with how well he developed and how far he come along.
I have a pretty good bat. I can hit the ball pretty good. My arm's really good behind the plate, so I can throw some people out. But I'd say my biggest strength is definitely hitting.
When he goes to Cleveland State, I think it's a great fit for him. Coach Polly's been down here and saw him play a couple times as well, and has had multiple conversations with Coach Dinger as well. And so we're excited for him getting the opportunity. We've been fortunate to kind of send Coach Polly some good quality people and some players that can play, and Cannon's going to follow suit with that.
My family's always been there for me, supporting me all throughout the years. It was pretty nice. I mean, they deserve to be there. They're one of the reasons I'm still playing today. It was nice to have all my friends there too, congratulating me. So, yes.
Congrats and great job, Cannon. But now on to more news from Coach Beagle's baseball team.
That's right, Hayden, as the juniors spent some quality time working on their Swinging for Santa fundraiser.
That's right, Ryan, and this is a great way for our baseball team and fans to give back to the community during this Christmas season.
Yeah, and donations are taken up every game throughout the year, and it goes to the Boynton Elementary students for gifts.
That's right, Ryan. And now on to our five-star news reporter and the Cleveland State baseball player, Cannon Stafford, with the report.
Every year we do what's called Swinging for Santa, and we take collections up at all of our home games, and the girls that help us out with that are Layla Brown and Gracie Murray and Ava Murray, and they kind of go through the bleachers and they collect, and people donate $1, people donate $10, $20. We collect it all year, and then we supplement that, and then we get with Boynton Elementary. We team up with them, partner up with them through their Angel Tree, and we basically usually end up getting at least 4 boys. And it may or may not be the same family, but we get 4 boys. And we take our juniors. Our juniors go out and do Christmas shopping for them, and they'll get a lot of toys. They'll get bikes. They'll get skateboards. They'll get a lot of toys, but they also get a lot of necessities, things like jackets and shoes and things that, to be quite honest, our guys really opens their eyes to how fortunate they are, and realizing that, hey, this kid needs a pair of shoes. And, they go in their closet and they've got 10 or 12 pairs of shoes. So it really resonates well with them. It's a good learning experience for them. It makes them appreciate what we have.
All right, so last Monday we got a list from Boynton Elementary School of kids that are in needing Christmas presents. So that Monday we went to Walmart and we each got a list, and we went and got some stuff that they really needed. And then Wednesday we delivered it to Boynton.
Certainly a great way to bring in the holidays. Great job by our baseball team.
And it's Friday, so you know what that means. It's time for sports trivia. Last week we didn't run a sports trivia, but this week Carson is back and has even more questions. Last time, Bobby Hunt came on top just before Thanksgiving. Can he win again against our other competitors? Let's find out from Carson.
Back now with another episode of Sports Trivia with my boy Willie. He's got something to tell y'all.
Go Bobby.
All right, back now with legend Bobby Hunt in the building. This might be the last ever edition of Sports Tribute.
Ever?
This might be the last one.
Ever? Oh,
yes.
Man. Why? Ever?
This might be our last show, and I won't be back next semester for this class. So it might be it right now.
Oh, my goodness. Let me get all the tears out of the way, man.
I'm ready when he's ready.
Is it going? Yep. All right. This is actually not the last edition of Sports Trivia. So all the fans back home, hold your tissues. But anyway, we got Coach Green back. Bobby took home the last one, the last time we won. Beat you pretty bad. It was pretty handily.
No, he beat me by 1.
But
yeah.
We got some new questions. 2 or 3 of them were used by Shipley. And we also have actually 2 bonus questions today.
Well, let's get it on.
With
Let's
5
quit talking about it.
All
Let's
right.
get on it. Let's go.
I like double bonus.
All right, you ready to start off, Bobby?
I'm ready, and I hope I do good for the last one. I want to go down as a champ.
Okay. First off, how many championships did legend the Black Mamba Kobe Bryant win? A, 4. A, 3, B, 7. C, 4. D, 5.
Whew, boy, I'm telling you, that's just a toss-up, man. I don't know. I'm going to go with he won 3. There's Shaq. 3, 4. I'm going to say 4.
Yeah, is this one a Shipley's?
No.
Okay. All right, good. Last time I went with a higher number on one of these questions. I don't. Kobe's wasn't really a big fan of mine. I wasn't really a big fan of Kobe's. Obviously, he wasn't a fan of me. But I'm going to say 3.
5.
5.
Second question. Now, you just mentioned Shaq. This next question is actually about Shaq. What college did the 4-time NBA champion Shaquille O'Neal attend?
Oh, okay.
A, Georgetown. B, UNC. C, Duke. Or D, LSU.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I know Georgetown came up. I know Georgetown came up. I know Georgetown come up. Let me guess. I want to say Georgetown.
You need questions?
I don't need choices. He went to LSU and he got in a fight with one of my buddies, Jay Price, who played for Tennessee. It's kind of crazy.
Duke.
For the next question now. What NFL running back tied Gale Sayers' record for most TDs in a game last season? A, Jonathan Taylor. B, Alvin Kamara. C, Derrick Henry. Or D, Christian McCaffrey.
I'm going to have to go with that big old boy from Tennessee, that Derrick Henry.
6 TDs in a game, and it was on Thanksgiving Day, I believe.
Run by those names one more time quickly.
Jonathan Taylor, Alvin Kamara, Derrick Henry, or McCaffrey.
Shoot, I think all those could have done it. I don't really know this one, believe it or not. I mean, I know that's strange, but I'm going to stick with my Alabama blood and go Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry. No, I think so. I'm going to go with A.
What you going with?
Derrick Henry.
All right, now for the first bonus question.
First bonus.
Name the iconic American snowboarder who had won 3 Olympic gold medals. A, Shaun White. B, Tony Hawk. C, Lindsey Vonn. Or D, Tara Lipinski.
Well, back when I was in the snow blizzard deal, I run into Shaun White, that number 1. I'm going to go with Shaun White.
I'm going to go Shaun White, but I don't think that's
All
right.
right. For the
A.
Okay. No. All right, for the final bonus question.
Final bonus.
Bobby, you might be pretty familiar with this one. He was actually at our school a couple months ago hosting a pep rally. Who is the worldwide wrestler known as the Black Bottom Bomber?
That will be, let me guess, the Bobby Hunt.
Well, I know who it's not. It's not Bert Charette or it's not Coach Gibson, because the Black Bottom Bomber is Bobby Hunt. He put both those shoulders on the map for the 1, 2, 3 about 3 or 4 years ago. Bobby Hunt is the Black Bottom Bomber.
He was your 3-point shootout partner.
Bobby.
Yes. All right. We will actually have one more sports trivia next Friday, and it'll be a tiebreaker between Jimmy J and my dad, but Bobby will be popping up in the episode, so make sure to stay tuned to that.
Thanks for sports, you two. Now back to the news now, and we all hope you had a chance to take in the annual Snowman Slam volleyball event that took place yesterday in the gym. It was the winning class against the faculty in the main event, and all of the proceeds went to our Lady Generals volleyball team. Here's 5-star news reporter Nathan Troball and Coach Green with the story.
So yesterday we had the Snowman Slam boys volleyball tournament. Hopefully everybody who came and watched got to see some fun action take place. Primarily me getting hit in the head is what a lot of the students have asked me about, so I'm okay, just so everybody knows. So we raised a lot of money. We don't have the exact total yet, but hopefully it'll be enough to help us buy some needed equipment that we need for the upcoming season. And hopefully this is something that we can keep doing every year, so come out again next year.
We weren't too confident going into it after only having 2 practices and a scrimmage, but we got out there against the sophomores and got an early lead. I missed my first serves, but later on I redeemed myself, so it was all right. We won that game, went to overtime in the finals, barely clutched that one up, and when the teacher game rolled around, we got up 9-1. And surprisingly, after they added 3 minutes to the clock to help the coaches get to a tie, we won the whole thing for the first time ever, and it was incredible.
So yesterday was the Snowman Slam, and I was on the senior team, and we did really good. We had a lot of doubters before we started saying we were going to get our butt whooped because we didn't have any good players, but all of them were wrong. We went on to beat the faculty, and I think it's all thanks to my friend Nathan Minton. Just saw him in the hallway back there, and a big player up front, Kenny G, stuffed Lawless, and that's something unheard of around here, so we all were really excited to see that.
All right, the Snowman Slam did not turn out exactly how we thought it was going to be. Had a lot of obstacles to face, a lot of adversity. Didn't get to warm up before the game. Put total all the blame on Cooper. I think she took that bad shot from Max Owens upside her head on the serve. I think that kind of knocked her a little bit. I think she's going to go see Monica for concussion protocol next week. Okay, but if it wasn't for that, I feel pretty good about our chances. But like I said, a lot of shortcomings. There's a lot of adversity. We battled back. Probably should have won, but you know how that goes sometimes. You know, call goes their way like pretty much every time. So you just got to battle back and keep fighting. We still got the staff student basketball game, so we're going to take out some vignettes when that comes.
Now that was a lot of fun. And speaking of fun, our Legion of Generals band put on a tremendous band concert in our theater this past Tuesday night. I love this time of year, and it's been awesome here at the school to hear the chorus last week, caroling on Wednesday, and the band the other night. If you missed the holiday band concert, fear not. We were there and have you covered. Here's 5-Star News reporters Ben Dineski with the recap.
Good morning, Generals. I'm excited to come to you the day after our Christmas concert. Not only is it a huge relief to finish an exciting piece of work, it was a lot of fun last night. The jazz band, symphonic band, and wind ensemble and percussion ensemble all performed fantastically.
Well, last night's concert, I thought it went really well. We were all somewhat in tune with each other, but we played some really fun pieces. Christmas concert is always my favorite concert, and I'm so happy that it went the way it did.
The auditorium was decorated fantastically by the HHS FFA, where we had beautiful poinsettias available for $8 from the FFA to decorate the stage. But I want to thank all of the musicians for all the hard work they put into it. I think it was a fantastic holiday festival performance.
Oh, it was awesome. I always love getting a round of applause whenever we play a piece to the best of our ability. And I think our biggest applause actually came from the night before Christmas, whenever Avery said, Merry Christmas to all and to all a good night. Everybody stood up and started clapping, and I thought it was just incredible.
That'll do it for this Friday edition of the 5-Star News. Ben will be back next Tuesday with a brand new report. Until then, have a great weekend, Generals, and as always, stay classy, Heritage.